Okay, hi everyone. I'm here with your 312 lesson. It is titled, How Can I Describe a Portion? Portions as Percents. So, the introduction reads, in lesson 1.1.5, you thought about mixing raisins into peanuts and peanuts into raisins and then compared the mixtures. We did not do that part of the lesson. In this lesson, you will find ways to describe the portion of raisins in such a mix. A portion is a part of a whole. You will also learn more about ways to represent and describe portions as you investigate the connections between these representations. As you work, keep these questions in mind. In how many ways can we represent the portion? How can we compare estimates to decide which portion is greater? So we're going to start with problem 324. So problem 324 reads, one way you may have described the portion of raisins is a percent. A percent is a number that can be written as a fraction with a denominator of 100. For example, 5% written as 5% is equivalent to 5 over 100, or you could say 5 out of every 100. A. Have you ever thought about why a percent is called a percent? With your team, brainstorm ideas about what the prefix per means. Give an example of where you have seen the word per used. So go ahead and pause the video and answer part A. Okay, if you're back with me, that means you have answered part A. We're actually going to save the part of the discussion for when you were in class, but I hope that you were able to see or figure out that per means out of. Okay, and we'll save our examples for class. B says, now brainstorm what the word cent means. Give an example of where you have seen the word cent used. So go ahead and pause the video and answer part B. If you're back with me, you should have answered part B, and hopefully you got that cent means 100. And again, we will save the discussion part of this question for class when you come back. Part C says, explain why 32% is equivalent to 32 over 100 by using your answers to part A and B. So go ahead and pause the video and answer part C. Okay, if you're back with me, that means you have answered part C. So hopefully you came up with something along the lines of that 32% means 32 out of 100. You could have also said 32% means 32 divided by, divided by 100. Okay, we're now going to move on to 328. Okay, 328 says, how can the percent you found in problems 327 help you predict how many total raisins that might be in different amounts of mixture? Work with your team to draw a diagram to help you make sense of each of the following questions. Be prepared to explain your thinking to the class. Part A says, what if your sample had contained a total of 100 peanuts and raisins? How many raisins would you predict would have been in the sample? So I'm going to kind of help you with this, and then I'm going to let you try B and C. So we wanted to draw a diagram. Your diagram should hopefully look like something like this, because this would be 0% over here. This would be 10 or 100% over here. So all of our little dashes are going to mean 10%. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So if we know if we have 100 peanuts and raisins total, we know 0% of that would be 0, 100% would be 100. So 50% of that total mixture would be 50. Okay, so that will hopefully help you answer parts A, B, and C. So your job now is to finish up the video, and you are going to do 328, finish part A. You're going to have to answer the questions, part B, and also part C on the back, and then you are done. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me.